Imagine stepping into the vibrant world of Hollywood's unsung heroes, where a Cuban-born trailblazer shattered barriers and paved the way for generations of Latino stars. Now, that's the captivating essence of a new podcast that's about to change how we view cultural icons in entertainment. But here's where it's truly intriguing. Wilmer Valderrama, the beloved actor known for his roles in shows like That 70s Show, is collaborating with iHeartMedia on a 10-episode series that dives deep into the remarkable journey of Desi Arnaz, the legendary figure behind I Love Lucy. This isn't just another celebrity chat. It's a heartfelt exploration that connects personal stories with broader cultural impacts, and it might just make you rethink who gets celebrated in the spotlight. Valderrama, who has built a career celebrating diverse voices through his work, is taking listeners on an immersive journey through Arnaz's life and achievements. The series, titled Starring Desi Arnaz Wilmer Valderrama, is produced in partnership with iHeartMedia and the My Cultura podcast network, a platform committed to amplifying Latino narratives and experiences. To mark the occasion, the first 3 episodes are available right now. Coinciding perfectly with October 15th, the 74th anniversary of I Love Lucy, the groundbreaking sitcom that featured Arnaz as the charismatic band leader Ricky Ricardo, paired with his real-life wife, Lucille Ball, as the hilarious and unpredictable Lucy Ricardo. For beginners dipping into the story, I Love Lucy wasn't just a show. It was a cultural phenomenon that brought laughter to millions and helped normalize diverse relationships on TV. Even though it aired in an era when such portrayals were rare, Valderrama serves as both the host and an executive producer for the podcast under his deal with My Cultura podcast network. He's joined by journalist Eric Galindo, the creator of the hit podcast Idolo, The Ballad of Chalino Sanchez, who also executive produces alongside him. Together, they're crafting a narrative that guides listeners through Arnaz's pioneering path as one of Hollywood's most influential Latino talents. Born in Cuba, Arnaz rose to prominence after I Love Lucy's massive success, and Valderrama openly credits him as a key inspiration for his own path in the industry. The podcast beautifully blends Valderrama's personal anecdotes with Arnaz's biography, showing how Arnaz's legacy has shaped not only Valderrama's career, but also wider cultural conversations about representation. In a candid conversation with The Hollywood Reporter, Valderrama shared memories of growing up in Venezuela, where he watched I Love Lucy dubbed into Spanish. It was only after moving to the U.S. and picking up English that he fully grasped Arnaz's role as a mentor figure. He became my idol. I aspired to emulate him from his style to his flair as a performer, Valderrama recounted. His character Ricky Ricardo resembled me in ways that made me believe I could pursue this dream. I immersed myself in everything about I Love Lucy and his production company, Desilu Productions, which he co-founded with Lucille Ball. Desilu wasn't just a studio. It produced iconic shows and marked a turning point for Latino entrepreneurs in Hollywood, proving that with determination, anyone could build an empire despite systemic barriers. And this is the part most people miss. Arnaz's impact extended far beyond acting. Valderrama highlights Arnaz's involvement in hits like I Love Lucy, The Lucy Show, Mannix, The Untouchables, Mission Impossible, and even Star Trek, where he directed episodes. These credits, Valderrama explains, taught him a powerful lesson. Arnaz showed me that to enter the industry, I had to create my own opportunities, no waiting for invitations. While working on my memoir, An American Story, Everyone's Invited, I delved into our shared history through interviews, books, and research. Desi taught me accountability. If you commit to a project, see it through with purpose, holding yourself and others responsible until it's complete. Structuring a 10-episode series to capture a lifetime's worth of achievements is no small feat, as Valderrama notes. He drew from advice he received during his book writing process. Picture a road trip where you have just 2 hours to summarize your life. Start simple, then build out. That's how we approach this. They traced Arnaz's career trajectory, weaving in Valderrama's own story and influences to create a relatable connection. This interweaving aims to distill the core of their journeys, making the podcast not just a biography, but a blueprint for aspiring creators. For context, imagine listening to episodes that alternate between Arnaz's rise from Cuban roots to Hollywood stardom, and Valderrama's reflections on how that blueprint applied to his Venezuelan upbringing. It's like a mentorship in audio form. The podcast is co-produced by Valderrama's company WV Sound, and fits into a lineup of engaging shows from My Cultura, such as More Better with Stephanie Melissa, Forgive Me for I Have Followed, and Dos Amigos, which Valderrama co-hosts with Freddie Rodriguez. Fresh episodes arrive every Wednesday via the iHeartRadio app and all major podcast platforms. Leo Gomez, head of iHeartMedia's My Cultura podcast network, praised the collaboration. Partnering with Wilmer and WV Sound has delivered authentic, empowering stories to our audience. Starring Desi Arnaz Wilmer Valderrama honors a pivotal Latino figure, offering profound insights into his lasting influence on culture and narratives. For everyone, My Cultura Podcast Network boasts a diverse roster, including Chiquis and Chill, The Moment with Jorge Ramos and Paola Ramos, Princess of South Beach, Wrestling with Freddie, Sacred Scandal, Radio Ambulante, Magical Rewind, He Said, Ella Dijo with Eric Winter and Rosalind Sanchez, Enrique Santos Podcast, You vs. You with Lex Borrero, and more. Recently, Eva Longoria and her Hyphenate Media Group became stakeholders, strengthening the network's commitment to Latino storytelling. All their content is distributed through iHeart Podcasts, ensuring wide accessibility. Now here's a controversial angle to ponder. While Arnaz's legacy as a pioneering Latino actor and producer is undeniable, some might argue that his on-screen portrayals of Ricky Ricardo reinforced stereotypes about Latino men, accent-heavy and hot-tempered, rather than challenging them. Is this a blind spot in his trailblazing image, or does the context of 1950s Hollywood make it a necessary compromise for broader acceptance? Valderrama's personal lens might gloss over these nuances, focusing more on inspiration than critique. What do you think? Was Arnaz truly a revolutionary? Or do we need to examine his roles through a modern, more critical eye? Share your thoughts in the comments. Do you agree that his entrepreneurial spirit outweighs any outdated portrayals, or is there a counterpoint here that's worth debating? This podcast could spark a lively discussion on how we honor icons while acknowledging their flaws. Let's hear your take.